Good morning, graduates, guests, and alumni. Welcome to Newcastle University Medicine Malaysia's graduation event. Today, we will celebrate the achievement of Class 2020 and 2021, which consists of 19 BMS, 69 MBBS, 1 Diploma in Medical Education, and 1 Masters in Medical Education graduating. The ceremony will be presided by Professor Chris Baldwin, Provost of Newcastle University Medicine, Malaysia. When the academic procession enters the room, please stand until Professor Baldwin sits on the stage. To enable us to hold the ceremony as safely as possible, during the ceremony, please, each graduate will be announced and acknowledge the presiding officer with a nod. Could I please ask you to show your support by applauding every graduate? The ceremony will begin shortly. Kindly turn your mobile phones to silent mode. Timing is everything, and thinking ahead to get in the right position for the key moment is important. So, photographs are allowed as from your seats. At the end of the ceremony, graduates are reminded to return to their waiting room after the academic procession exits, while guests are allowed to wait at the ballroom for the graduates. For your information, parking ticket validation machine is available outside the hall to pay your parking fee. Marshals will be hand for further assistance. Thank you.
I hereby declare open this congregation, which is held for the conferment of university awards. Ladies and gentlemen, graduating students and colleagues, Selamat Pagi. My name is Professor Chris Baldwin, and as many of you will know, I am the Provost and CEO of Newcastle University Medicine Malaysia. On behalf of the university, both NewMed and Newcastle UK, it is my very great pleasure to welcome you all to this morning's graduation ceremony, which is our 8th here at Holiday Villa Hotel in the centre of JB. I know that you've all been looking forward to this day for a very long time. And I've actually also met one graduate who's travelled from the UK, gone through his quarantine period to be here with us today. And so I hope that all of our graduates and guests have a memorable and enjoyable day. It's a very special day for us today at this joint ceremony for all of our MBBS or medical and biomedical graduates from both 2020 and 2021, as we've not been able to hold an in-person ceremony for the last 2 years due to various movement control orders and other restrictions that have been in place due to the COVID-19 pandemic. It was actually about this time 2 years ago that we were first all becoming aware of the virus, severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, now more simply called COVID-19, that was spreading out of China to many countries, including Malaysia, and was classified as a pandemic on the 12th of March 2020. The first case of COVID-19, and this seems a long time ago now, was first detected in Malaysia on the 25th of January 2020. And actually, we had 117 cases a day nationally on March the 18th, and that was when we first had to close down our campus under MOHE instruction. And we had to move to online learning. And really, what a different world it is we live just after that 2 years. Looking back, it's really hard to believe what we've all faced as individuals, as families, as a university, and as a nation over these last 2 years. We've already faced 3 waves of COVID-19 infection here in Malaysia, with the first wave peaking at about 200 cases a day in April 2020. And if you think back, that was when we were in our really strictest lockdown period. The second peaked at about 4,500 cases a day in February 2021, and the third wave peaked at about 21,000 cases a day last August. Currently, after a really remarkable vaccine rollout program here in Malaysia, and I think it's probably one of the fastest in the world to actually get so many people vaccinated, we are recording now, unfortunately, again, we're moving into a 4th wave due to Omicron. I think that we're all hoping now, though, that we see the same decoupling of clinical severity of disease from infection as we've seen in other countries, particularly the UK and South Africa. As you know, and as I've said, these waves have meant that we've undergone a number of really strict lockdowns over the last 2 years, and this has been very difficult for us all. But really I really feel that these lockdowns have had one of their biggest effects, both on our younger children and their schooling, which has been really severely affected over the last 2 years, and I know that with my children as well. But also our students. They do some of the difficultest and hardest degrees that they can possibly do. They've had to face COVID-19, but then they've also had to face the switch to online teaching and learning, which is very different from learning in a lecture theatre. They've had numerous changes to timetables right at the very last minute because of different restrictions that we put in. They've had changes, particularly for the MBBS course, when we've had to change their clinical teaching and where we do it and how we do it. They've had changes in exams, timing, But also, not just on their studies, the travel restrictions within Malaysia and internationally have meant that they've not been able to see their families and their friends in times of great stress. But saying that, all of our students who are here today who are graduating have overcome all of these enormous challenges. And the main thing that I really want to say to all of our graduates is a heartfelt well done for working so hard and for facing all these challenges that have been put in your way. It is with a great sense of joy and pride that I'm here today to preside over this ceremony today, celebrating how very much you've achieved. So first of all, I would actually like all of the parents and guests and staff, could you all stand and please give a big round of applause to all of the students today to say well done for everything that they've done. Thank you. Now, this is a day for celebration. It's a day for you all to get together with your families and friends to celebrate your success. But it's always wise to remember that in life you can never do it all on your alone. Your achievement in gaining your qualification we applaud today is impressive. But it is in one that in no small part and in varied ways your family, your friends, partners and teachers will have played a part. Just think for a minute of the support and encouragement that has been so generously given, emotional, practical, academic, and for the parents in the audience, financial. These are the people who have given structure and meaning to your life, who have taken pride in your achievements, and who have stood by you through all the good and all the bad times. Not just parents and friends, but can we also consider that it was also very hard for the move to online learning for the academic team that are here. It's a very different way of teaching, and suddenly we had to change overnight to different ways of doing things. And so also, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of our colleagues at NUMED, both the academic staff and the professional services team, who've gone out of their way to support you all throughout this period of time. So could I ask all of our graduating students to stand up and just show your appreciation for family, friends, and academic team with a round of applause. Thank you. Newcastle attracts students of really outstanding quality, and we expect a great deal of them while they're studying with us. We expect them to work hard, apply their intellectual capacity, and be highly motivated to achieve their true potential. And we're not disappointed in what we see today. Today's graduates are an outstanding reflection of this effort and quality. In turn, our graduates can take great pride in the fact that they've studied at a university that has a global reputation for many areas of research, and one that has a strong commitment to addressing the challenges being faced by society around the world today. We are confident that our graduates have received first-class teaching and learning opportunities at Newcastle University, and that they will benefit throughout their career from the emphasis that we place on developing their employability and life skills. I really don't want to bore you with statistics, but it is worth noting that Newcastle University is ranked amongst the top 150 of the world universities according to the QS World Rankings. And even with COVID in 2020, 2021, we attracted about £100 million, which is 560 million ringgits in research income. As you know, we're here today to celebrate the achievements of graduates in medicine and biomedical science. And I'd just like to reflect for one moment on the critical role these disciplines have in our everyday lives. Graduates, I'm sure you are all very aware of the importance of medical and biomedical sciences and how your skills can make a big impact on the world, more so now than ever during the global pandemic. Medical teams throughout the world have been pushed to the limit treating patients with COVID. And biomedical scientists have developed the vaccines that we use so successfully and are looking to develop further therapies for COVID. Newcastle University has a long history in medical education and research, and this can be traced back to 1834. In the mid-1800s, a physician named John Snow was a Newcastle graduate and a leader in the adoption of anaesthesia and medical hygiene. He is particularly famed as one of the fathers of modern epidemiology, in part because of his work in tracing the source of cholera outbreak in London in 1854. And his findings inspired fundamental changes in the water and waste systems in the city. And this in turn has led to significant improvement in general public health around the world. This tradition continues to this day, with Newcastle University making really significant contributions to biomedical science and medicine in many areas, such as stem cell research, mitochondrial disease, diabetes, aging and health, and in my own discipline of immunology. Here in Malaysia, our reputation as a medical school is growing, and our recruitment is buoyant across all 3 programs that we offer. Equally importantly, for us as a university, is our impact. And our staff and our students continue to build links with the local community here in Johor Bahru. This has been made much more difficult during the pandemic, but over the last 2 years, NUMED had organised and run a large number of free webinars and masterclasses as part of our Forward Malaysia initiative. And this is for medical students and recent graduates across the whole of Malaysia. Our student societies continue to raise money for a range of good causes, and most recently this includes Burkat's Children's Home and Johor Cerebral Palsy Association. We also encourage our local partner hospitals here in Johor and the Johor State Health Department to hold conferences and lectures at NUMED throughout the year. And very recently, we held our first Royal College of Physicians UK PACES examinations, which are for local Ministry of Health staff, and we hope to be able to offer another diet of these examinations later in the year. And all of these activities, I really believe, are helping to show that we truly are Bangsa Johor. What does this all amount to? It amounts to a university in good heart, confident and resilient, and one in which we hope you can all take pride. We want you to take a continuing interest in our journey, to feel part of it, and to help as best you can. For our part, we recognise the simple truth that our graduates are our greatest long-term asset. As Newcastle graduates, you are our best ambassadors. To the outside world, you are how our success and our standing as a university will be perceived and judged. We really take pride in you and what you've achieved to date, and also what you'll achieve in the future. I hope you will begin the next phase of your journey with confidence and pride as a Newcastle University graduate. As you travel the world, you'll meet many Newcastle graduates, often now in very senior positions, who all champion the cause of the university. Our alumni base is large, well-positioned and growing all of the time, and we now have over 250,000 graduates worldwide. And so I'd urge you to take advantage of and to join and participate in our alumni community. It is important to us, and we hope it will be good for you. To conclude, I wish all of you celebrating your achievements today every success and happiness in both your professional and personal lives. There is no way of predicting exactly where your personal life journey will take you. But wherever you find yourself, or whatever you find yourself doing in the future, please keep in contact with us. Congratulations once again, and good luck.
Hello graduates, it's really good to be with you. I'm very, very sorry that I'm not in NUMED. Graduates, it's really good to be with you. I'm very, very sorry that I'm not in NUMED for this fantastic occasion, your graduation. Obviously there are good reasons why we can't be in Johor, Normally, it's been an absolute pleasure to get on a flight and to come across to your beautiful country and to be able to see you all and to congratulate you in person on your amazing achievement. And what an achievement it's been, actually. I think more than any other year that has graduated, yourselves, both I know, the class of 2020 and also of 21, deserve an even bigger pat on the back, an even bigger round of applause for what you've achieved. Collectively, in the face of a global pandemic, your achievements have been nothing less than remarkable. I don't believe that any future cohort will have the same challenges to contend with as you've had to deal with. I know that as medical students, you've had major difficulties having access to hospitals, having access to the patients that are the bedrock of your experience in training as doctors, and also in order to undertake examinations as well. I also know that from the biomedical science perspective, you've had major difficulties accessing the laboratories and indeed the campus, and that has been extremely challenging for what is, at the best of times, a difficult degree. So that is why, as I say, your achievements and what you represent today is so really remarkable. Many congratulations to you all. We will not always be living with this global pandemic. You will be able to get out into the world and to fulfill your dreams as doctors in whichever specialism you choose to go for. I wish each and every one of you success, health, and happiness in the future. Well done again.
Mr. Provost, I certify that the candidates to be presented at this congregation have satisfied all the requirements of the university. Mr. Provost, Dr. Madiha Rushaidi prays leave to present candidates who are qualified to proceed to awards in the School of Biomedical Sciences.
Dr. Madaha?
Mr. Provost, I present to you graduates to be admitted to the awards Bachelor in the School of Biomedical Sciences.
By the authority of the university, I admit these candidates to the awards for which they are now qualified.
The following candidates are presented for the award Bachelor of Science with Honours in Biomedical Sciences for Class 2020. Heng Jun Wei.
Congratulations, well done. I think we can stand there. Well done. Congratulations.
Izati Adriana binti Muhammad Zahir. Khairiyah binti Murad. Lau Jing Hong. Lo Wei Hong. Lo Rosie. Lim Yong Yong.
Congratulations, well done. That's really good.
Nicola Lai Hong Yun. Pang Yo Si. Pang Mei Yen. Ranita Subramanian. Samantha Lo Yin Tang. Tan Yi Jing. Wong Jia Zeng. Wong Shu Chi. Yunisha Pamanesh Kumar. Zahra binti Che Idrus. The following graduates are presented for the degree of Bachelor of Science with honors in Biomedical Sciences for class 2021. Farah Shahrul binti Bahari. Munira binti Muhammad Akram.
Mr. Provost, Professor Jade Chow prays leave to present candidates who are qualified to proceed to awards in the School of Medical Education.
Professor Jade Chow.
Mr. Provost, I present to you candidates to be admitted to the awards of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery in the School of Medical Education.
By the authority of the university, I admit these candidates to the awards for which they are now qualified.
The following graduates are presented for the degrees of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery for Class 2020. Andrew Tan Cho Ren. Bahanuddin Ashraf bin Mahmud. Daniel Lim Chow Jien. Hamizan Iza binti Azman. Iman Hakimi bin Zamzam. Ko Sin Yi. Ko Wei Xiang. Chia Li Jun. Lim Yu Yen. Lu Jie Ji. Lu Kai Hui. Lui Yu Chung. Martha Aridasamy. Munisha Adsalin Surase Kumar George. K.G. Nur Aiza Idayu binti Azizan. Nur Aimi Atika binti Hassan. Nur Alia Yasmin binti Jahari. Nur Najiha Afika binti Ahmad Kusari. Nur Shazana binti Suhaimi. Nurul Humaira binti Zukanin. Nurul Nabila binti Tajuddin. Alicia Sim Sin Jie. Pang Hui Bin. Pon Swet Kin. Shazana binti Kamaruzaman. Tan Ro Yi. Tan Yik Liang. Teo Wei Jia. Veshalini Mahendran. Yap Ye Teng. Yeo Audrey. Zawin Naja binti Zulkifli. The following graduates are presented for the degrees of Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery for Class 2021. Brian King Chiu Sien. Cheng Yu Chun. Cheng Wei Leng. Go Chin Cheng. Hani Sadatunisa binti Abdul Halim. Heng Wendy. Ho Mei Hui. Joshua Ang Tiong Yong. Joy Lam En Hui. Karunanina Nirisma Binti Bahari. Lavindran Liu Panichelvam. Lee She Seong. Lee Wen Hui. Lim Huai Ching. Lim Quan Ven. Lao Li Shan. Lua Bun Siang. Lyndon Ong Chun Hien. Ma Sui Hui. Muhammad Fadaus bin Sulaiman. Mo Yue Ling. Muhammad Faiz bin Samsudin. Nini Najwa binti Nordin. Nurul Misfira May binti Asmadi. Nurul Shahira binti Zakaria. Sarah Chui Si Jun. Suvanisha Pillai Krishna Mohan. Tiang Wen Se. Wan Po Yi. Yeo Hui Cheng. The following candidate is presented for the award of Postgraduate Diploma in Medical Education. Roshan Mascarenas. The following candidate is presented for the award of Postgraduate Master in Medical Education. Amgad Abadir Riyad Botros.
Dr. Julie Platt will now lead the Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery graduates in declaring their commitment to a code of good medical practice. Medical graduates, will you please stand?
Repeat after me. As a medical graduate of Newcastle University and now as a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. Can you repeat after me? So I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease, or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I'll repeat it. I will not permit considerations of age, disease, or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality. Political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honour and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give to my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of healthcare. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honour. May sit. I'm now delighted to invite Professor Baldwin, who will present 3 of our continuing students and 1 of our graduates with prizes for their performance in the last academic year. The following student is presented with the Year 1 TMTO Prize, Yumna El-Sadiq Mohammed El-Sayed. The following student is presented with the Year 2 TMTO Prize, T. Kerr Yin. The following student is presented with the Year 4 TMTO Prize, Alvin Tung Yongzong. The following graduate is presented with the Stage 5 Walton Prize and the EduCity Best Student Award 2021, Joy Lam Earn Wee. Before the proceedings are brought to a close, I'm delighted to introduce our student orator, Luke Lavindran Paneer Chelvam, who graduated with Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery. Luke will address the congregation on behalf of the students we are celebrating here today.
Hi. I was just talking to my mother a few days ago, and I said to her, Amma, it's going to be really scary, right, to be up on stage, because every single person is going to be looking at you. And she said, yeah. But now that I'm up here, I think it's safe to say that she was right, as usual. One of the fondest memories that I have of medical school is that of being in Dr. Lo's lectures. Unfortunately, I don't think Dr. Lo is here with us today, but he really is a brilliant teacher. And he's always well-dressed, super good-looking. But that's not what I remember him for. Dr. Lo used to give us a number of lectures regarding the pathway of a medical student after graduation. And there was this one slide in his PowerPoint presentation that always got to me. So in this particular slide, there was a very nice picture which showed us the different checkpoints that we needed to pass through after graduation. And so starting off with graduation, which was the first thing on his slide, Dr. Lo would explain to us that we would first need to become junior doctors, and then medical officers, and then so on and so forth, ultimately becoming specialists if we want to. So when I listened to him initially, I used to get so pumped up because I thought to myself, wow, after graduation, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to work here, I'm going to specialize in this. So many dreams. But Dr. Lo always used to say this one line at the end of the slide. He said, "You all medical students, don't get so excited, huh? You're still not on the slide yet. You know the sound that a balloon makes when you let air out of it? Yeah, that's what happened to my big head when I was brought back to reality by a very sensible Dr. Lo." Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. My name is Lavindran Luke, And it fills me with the utmost gratitude to be standing before you today, representing these amazing graduates and friends of mine. These years spent in NUMED have been truly wholesome. My friends and I have learned a tremendous amount in terms of the knowledge and skills that are required for us to be competent doctors and biomedical scientists. But the learning that we've embraced far supersedes that of mere academics. University life has enabled us to develop a certain sense of determination, owing to the countless failures that I dare say all of us have endured at some point. But it is precisely this ability to learn and grow through these challenging years that has finally brought us to this momentous occasion. Besides university life, becoming a student of medicine has revealed to me the self-giving nature of this profession. It is true that prestige, money, and success all have their particular roles to play as parts of this career. But to me, they appear to be merely the fruits of a vocation that has a more fundamental calling, a calling to serve. Braving through medical school has made me realize that this profession is so much more than just about me, myself, and I. I'm pretty sure that most of my friends here would agree with me in saying that if medicine was just all about us, then becoming a doctor would be first and foremost not the wisest thing to do, because this isn't the easiest course in the world. And secondly, I think it would be extremely boring. But the beauty about medicine is that it trains us to step out of our comfort zones. We are given this privilege to speak to patients from all walks of life and to work with colleagues who push and support us to be the best doctors that we can be. All of this is done with a common goal in mind, which is to serve as best as we can the people who need us. And this is also true for my friends who are biomedical scientists today. These people are the ones who are in charge of developing new drugs and treatment methods. They are the true research conquerors in the medical realm. And to put it very simply for you, in today's world, or in today's language, without biomedical scientists, we wouldn't have the COVID-19 vaccine. So regardless of whether we are doctors or biomedical scientists, the underpinning principle at work here is exactly the same, which is the service of others. And so this is what I've learned to cultivate through university life: perseverance and a certain sense of selflessness. Now, we're here. After all the hard work, sleepless nights, and tears, we have officially graduated. That sure does sound satisfying, doesn't it? I think it's fair to say that all of us deserve a pat on the back for this monumental achievement. But, as my working batchmates and colleagues here present here today will be quick to remind us, the grind actually never stops. We have now successfully climbed the first hill in this long career in healthcare. And working life may present us with mountains that might seem insurmountable for us to conquer. But as long as we bring forth the work ethic that has carried us throughout university, I'm confident that all of us will make it to the top. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the unsung heroes who have made it possible for us to be here today. Our parents, whose unconditional love gave us the strength to succeed. Our family members and loved ones, whose support propelled us forward. Our dearly beloved lecturers, whose dedication has shaped us into the doctors and biomedical scientists that we are today. Our seniors, whose guidance proved to be invaluable. And finally, for all NUMED staff, who made NUMED less of a university and more of a home for us. Thank you, everyone. The truth is, I don't think all of this would be possible without all of you. We love you and we will do our very best for the faith that you have placed in us. Finally, just a quick shout out to my fellow graduates, some of whom have already graduated in the UK, some who will be graduating in July, and especially to my friends present here today. Guys, we did it. And we did it together. So now, let us not settle for comfort, which the world offers us so readily, but let us advance to the high calling of greatness. Because the truth is, you and I, we weren't made for comfort. We were made to be great. And if you ever doubt yourself, always remember that you already are great because you finally made it onto Dr. Lo's slide. Thank you.
Will you please stand?
This congregation is now dissolved. Thank you, Jeffrey.